Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you what I eat on a typical weekend day. I'm just starting with some lime water. Typically I would do lemon, but I just was out this particular day, so any citrus will do. I'm also going to be making a smoothie bowl, specifically an acai bowl, and I just get this unsweetened acai from Trader Joe's. I do my best, you'll see me really struggling here in a second, but I do my best to break it up into smaller pieces just so it'll blend better. I do find that the food processor is a little bit better than my high-speed blender, but whatever you have on hand will work. Okay, so I'm just going to continue adding both of these packets to my food processor. This process can be pretty messy, so I would just make sure to have like a disposable rag or something on hand. Also, just be cautious not to get it on your clothes because you can see it really stains. Okay, up next I'm just going to be adding a whole banana. I don't typically keep a bunch of bananas on my counter and just kind of let them ripen. Once they have become ripe enough and a little bit spotty on the outside, that's when I'll go ahead and freeze them for smoothies. Okay, to the base of the acai bowl, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of apple juice. This is just a Trader Joe's brand. This one's super tasty, and it'll add a lot of sweetness to the otherwise unsweetened acai. Alright, coming up is where I'm going to really eat my words. I swear 9 times out of 10 I don't have any trouble, but I think on this day I just didn't snap a piece into place correctly. And so as you can see, my food processor kind of went on the fritz. I actually had to pull the plug out of the wall to get it to calm down, and here I am cleaning up my mess. So again, just be cautious. Okay, and so once you're done, you'll just want to open the lid and check to make sure you don't have any solid pieces left. If so, just give it another quick few seconds, but you'll just want to blend it until smooth and then transfer everything to a bowl. Okay, once you have your base transferred, you're actually going to want to just put it in the freezer while we chop and prepare all of our fruit toppings. Otherwise, it'll just get too melty. So here I am just cutting a mango. If you don't know the best way to cut a mango, there are plenty of videos out there that show you how to do this kind of cube method. I'm also doing some strawberries and some kiwis. Thankfully, it's still summertime, so all the fruit is super fresh. I'm also going to go ahead and top the entire bowl with agave, some coconut chips, and then the fruit that I just chopped up, some mango, some washed blueberries, and then top it all off with a little bit of granola. Alrighty guys, and here is the final product. I typically just take this to my desk and kind of watch some YouTube videos. I think on this day I was watching the carpool karaoke with James Corden. If you haven't seen those videos, definitely get on top of that because they are hilarious. A few hours have passed and I'm now going to make some lunch. I just showed the Trader Joe's falafel mix. It's super easy to make. Also the eggplant hummus, which happens to be oil-free. Green Goddess dressing, some romaine. I don't know why I felt the need to show you the label, but there's romaine in case you need a proof. Also some cucumber, cherry tomatoes, some red onion, and last but not least are these pita pockets by the brand Ezekiel. So all I did was throw this pita in the microwave for 30 seconds to unfreeze it. And now I'm just going to cut it down the middle so that we can stuff our little pita pockets with this Mediterranean salad mix. Okay, now that that's done, I'm actually going to chop up a little bit of red onion. I really like red onion as a component of most Mediterranean dishes. However, I don't really like it just raw. I much prefer it cooked, so I'm just going to throw that on a skillet behind me just for a few minutes until it's a bit translucent. Okay, and while that's cooking, we're going to get started on the rest of our prep work. I'm going to start by just slicing some cucumber into halves. I'm also going to have some cherry tomatoes as well. Okay, now I'm going to mix all of these ingredients just in a little salad bowl. I just find it's easier to kind of fully dress the salad if I put it in a bowl first. Alrighty, here I am adding my red onion, mixing everything up, and then I do I like to spread a little bit of hummus on the inside of the wrap for some healthy fats. Okay, I had already actually prepped the Trader Joe's falafel, so this was just leftovers, but essentially all you do is mix it with water according to the back of the package. I actually scoop it out with a melon scooper onto a silicone baking sheet, and I have no problems with it sticking, and then I just kind of crumble it up to add to my wrap or my pita pocket, whatever it may be. Okay, a few hours have passed, and I'm now going to be making some dinner for my boyfriend and I. This actually is one of his new favorites, and all it is buffalo cauliflower tacos, and they're super easy to make. I'm kind of going over the ingredients here, but it's basically just cauliflower, Frank's Red Hot, or whatever, you know, kind of wing sauce, some chili powder and garlic, things of that nature, cracked pepper, tortillas, of course, and romaine if you're going to be making them into little tacos. So here I am just kind of cutting up the cauliflower heads a little bit smaller. They were just not quite bite-sized enough. I thought that buying the prepackaged one would save me some time, but it really was no difference. So save the planet and just buy regular cauliflower. I'm also going to be adding a few tablespoons of olive oil. I'll have the exact recipe down below. I can't remember what blog I got it off of, but it was a pretty popular pin on Pinterest. And all I did was double the recipe, so that's why I'm adding 2 tablespoons of chili powder here. Moving on, we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of garlic powder as well. I definitely don't ever skimp on the garlic because I absolutely love the flavor. Here I'm adding, I believe it was 3/4 a cup of Frank's Red Hot. You just kind of eyeball it and make sure your cauliflower is, you know, perfectly coated. I'm just going to kind of mix that up with a fork. Okay, now that we have our cauliflower mixture laid out on a tinfoil lined baking tray, I'm just going to pop that in the oven at 425 and bake that for 10 minutes. Okay, the reason we only set our timer for 10 minutes was we need to actually stir all this and make sure we get the other side cooked evenly as well. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to throw that back in for another 10 minutes. To finish the baking process off, you're just going to want to switch it to broil for the last 8 minutes, and that'll make sure that that cauliflower gets nice and crispy on the outside. Okay, while the cauliflower mix finishes baking, I'm just going to add 4 tortillas to my toaster oven to get those warmed. They're just flour tortillas. You could also easily use corn for a healthier option. And then I'm just going to add some romaine to each of the 4 tacos, a couple of slices of avocado, again for some healthy fats. Once your tacos are prepped, you're going to want to check on your cauliflower mixture, make sure it's nice and crispy. I also added some cracked black pepper for flavor. I also ended up adding, after the fact, some Daya Vegan Ranch. Cilantro would also be really tasty with these tacos. My boyfriend just happens to hate cilantro, so we omitted it. But that pretty much concludes my what I eat in a day. If y'all have any comments or suggestions for future videos, as always, please leave them down below. And thanks so much for watching.